Learn and grow your thinking. Social Studies. Primary School Living Examination 5. We should follow the following steps for great results. Roman figure number 1. Read the question or problem. Roman figure number 2. Find the solutions to the question or problem. Roman figure number 3. Circle the letter of the correct answer for all the questions. 1. Which of the following is the role of the Ministry of Agriculture? A. To improve access into farms. B. To build tertiary schools for agriculture. C. To educate Botswana on farming issues. D. To build trading centers for agricultural products. C. To educate Botswana on farming issues. Reason being, one of the key roles of the Ministry of Agriculture is to promote agricultural development by educating citizens, especially farmers, on best farming practices, sustainability, and food security. 2. What does the head of the sorghum in the coat of arms of the motherland of Botswana represent? A. Mining. B. Tourism. C. Education. D. Agriculture. D. Agriculture. Reason being, the sorghum head on the coat of arms represents agriculture, which is one of the main economic activities and sources of livelihood in Botswana. 3. Which of the following animals is protected in the motherland of Botswana? A. Python. B. Lizard. C. Frog. D. Rat. A. Python. Reason being, the python is a protected species in Botswana due to its cultural significance and its role in maintaining ecological balance. It's illegal to kill or harm it without a permit. 4. Which of the following towns in southern Africa receives winter rainfall? A. Harare. B. Maputo. C. Windhoek. D. Cape Town. D. Cape Town. Reason being, Cape Town in South Africa is part of the Mediterranean climate zone, which uniquely receives most of its rainfall during winter, unlike most other areas in southern Africa that receive summer rainfall. The picture below shows women taking part of the harvest to the chief. Use it to answer question 5. 5. Which form of cooperation is shown in the picture? A. Molalitsa. B. Digafela. C. Letsma. D. Mafato. B. Digafela. Reason being, the picture shows women presenting part of their harvest to the chief, which is a traditional Setswana practice known as Digafela. It is a cultural event where people bring harvests to show gratitude and share with the community and the leadership, especially the chief. 6. Which of the following elements of culture is classified as material? A. Tools. B. Poems. C. Beliefs. D. Language. A. Tools. Reason being, tools are tangible items, making them material culture. The others, poems, beliefs, language, are non-material elements. 7. Which of the following is a way of preserving culture? A. Removing culture from the school curriculum. B. Teaching only the Kosi family about culture. C. Practicing culture secretly. D. Having cultural festivals. The answer is D. Having cultural festivals. Reason being, cultural festivals promote and preserve traditions, music, food, and attire. 8. In which of the following places in the motherland of Botswana is culture preserved? A. National parks. B. Game reserves. C. The National Library. D. The National Stadium. The answer is C. The National Library. Reason being, it stores historical documents, books, and records that help preserve culture. 9. Which of the following would cause divorce in marriage? A. Adoption of many children. B. Cheating by one of the partners. C. Listening to each other by the partners. D. Partners respecting each other's parents. The answer is B. Cheating by one of the partners. Reason being, infidelity is a common cause of divorce in many societies. 10. What is intermarriage? A. Marriage between relatives. B. Marriage carried out by a chief. C. Marriage between people of the same sex. D. Marriage between people from different tribes. The answer is D. Marriage between people from different tribes. Reason being, intermarriage refers to people from different tribes or ethnic groups marrying. 11. How has HIV and AIDS affected population growth in the motherland of Botswana? A. It has stabilized the birth rate. B. It has stabilized the death rate. C. It has made the birth rate to decline. D. It has made the death rate to decline. The answer is C. It has made the birth rate to decline. Reason being, HIV/AIDS affects reproductive health and leads to fewer births. 12. How can population growth be reduced? A. By sterilizing every man. B. By using family planning. C. By encouraging early marriages. D. By allowing polygamous marriages. The answer is B. By using family planning. Reason being, family planning methods help control population growth responsibly. 13. What is a landlocked country? A. A country with a coastline. B. A country that has no borders. C. A country surrounded by water. D. A country with no access to the sea. The answer is D. A country with no access to the sea. Reason being, a landlocked country is entirely surrounded by land. 14. Which of the following products is mainly produced in the equatorial region? A. Beef. B. Rubber. C. Copper. D. Diamonds. The answer is B. Rubber. Reason being, the equatorial region in Briac it's hot and wet, is ideal for rubber tree cultivation. 15. How do opposition parties help in the running of a country? A. By electing a president. B. By ensuring transparency. C. By controlling the armed forces. D. By allocating funds to government departments. The answer is B. By ensuring transparency. Reason being, opposition parties hold the ruling party accountable, promoting good governance. 16. Who is the head of a traditional family in the Setswana culture? A. Aunt. B. Uncle. C. Father. D. Mother. The answer is C. Father. Reason being, in Setswana culture, the father is the traditional head of the household. 17. Which of the following activities helps to conserve the environment? A. Littering. B. Burning of grass. C. Cutting down trees. D. Plowing across the slope. The answer is D. Plowing across the slope. Reason being, this prevents soil erosion, helping to conserve the environment. 18. Which ethnic group is correctly matched with its traditional food? Ethnic group. Traditional food. A. Bakalanga. Fane. B. Bangwato. Tang. C. Balat. Swi. D. Basarwa. Tegadu. The answer is A. Bakalanga. Fane. Reason being, the Bakalanga ethnic group is traditionally known for eating fane in Briac it's mopane worms, a delicacy and protein source. 19. How does the family help in the upbringing of children? A. It creates employment for children. B. It chooses a political party for them. C. It teaches them how to read and write. D. It socializes them in the societal norms. The answer is D. It socializes them in the societal norms. Reason being, one of the key roles of the family is socialization, teaching children values, customs, and acceptable behavior. 20. Which of the following minerals is a major export for the motherland of Botswana? A. Coal. B. Soda ash. C. Diamonds. D. Copper nickel. The answer is C. Diamonds. Reason being, diamonds are the main export mineral of Botswana and a major contributor to its economy. Study the family tree below and use it to answer questions 21 to 23. 21. How many grandchildren do Tom and Sharon have? A. 1. B. 3. C. 4. D. 5. The answer is C. 4. Explanation. John plus Baz right pointing arrow Abby, Ben, Jordan in Briac it's 3 grandchildren. Kim plus Sarah right pointing arrow Jenny in Briac it's 1 grandchild. Total equals 4 grandchildren. 22. What is the relationship of Michael to Abby? A. Aunt. B. Uncle. C. Brother. D. Grandson. The answer is B. Uncle. Explanation. Michael is John's brother, and John is Abby's father right pointing arrow so Michael is Abby's uncle. 23. How many children in the Moyo family are married? A. 1. B. 2. C. 3. D. 5. The answer is C. 3. Explanation. Tom and Sharon's children. John in Briac it's married to Baz. Kim in Briac it's married to Sarah. Michael in Briac it's not married. So, 2 married children of Tom and Sharon. But if including the spouses in Briac it's Baz and Sarah, as part of the Moyo family through marriage, total is 3 couples married, but only 2 children of Tom and Sharon are married. So the correct answer is B. 2. Correction. Answer to 23 is B. 2. Only John and Kim in Briac it's children are married. 24. Population census is important because it helps the government to A. Encourage people to vote. B. Plan well for development. C. Budget for its civil servants. D. To provide shelter for the poor. The answer is B. Plan well for development. Reason being, census data helps the government know the population size and needs for proper planning. Use the information below to answer question 25. The people of Motoko village raised funds to build a clinic in their village. The clinic is now run by the government. 25. Which national principle is displayed by the people of Motoko village? A. Unity. B. Botho. C. Democracy. D. Self-reliance. The answer is D. Self-reliance. Reason being, they raised funds themselves, showing independence and initiative. 26. Why did some Botswana Dikgosi abolish initiation schools? A. They were forced by Morafe to do so. B. There was no space for initiation schools. C. They were influenced by the missionaries. D. They were no trained teachers for the initiates. The answer is C. They were influenced by the missionaries. Reason being, missionaries often discourage traditional practices like initiation. 27. What is nationalism? A. Hating foreigners. B. Loving one another. C. Loving one's country. D. Betraying one's tribesmen. The answer is C. Loving one's country. Reason being, nationalism means pride and loyalty to one's country. 28. Which of the following is a disadvantage of using fax as a form of communication? A. It may get lost. B. It is expensive. C. It can only be used locally. D. Information sent may not be correct. The answer is B. It is expensive. Reason being, fax machines and maintaining phone lines can be costly compared to other methods. 29. Which mode of communication is mostly used in the motherlands of Africa? A. Mail. B. Fax. C. Email. D. Telephone. The answer is D. Telephone. Reason being, telephones in briquettes, especially mobile phones, are the most widely used across the continent. 30. Which of the following problems hinders the development of communication in the motherlands of Africa? A. Racism. B. Cold weather. C. Heavy rainfall. D. Political instability. The answer is D. Political instability. Reason being, conflict and poor governance often disrupt communication infrastructure. Use the diagram below showing a settlement pattern to answer questions 31 to 33. 31. Which pattern of settlement is shown in the diagram? A. Linear. B. Isolated. C. Scattered. D. Nucleated. The answer is D. Nucleated. Reason being, the huts are clustered closely together around the road. 32. Which of the following is an advantage of the type of settlement shown above? A. It allows for villagers to look after their fields easily. B. It ensures security as the huts are close together. C. All the huts are made of a tough material. D. All the huts have easy access to the road. The answer is B. It ensures security as the huts are close together. Reason being, nucleated settlements offer better safety through closeness and community. 33. Which of the following settlements would have a pattern like the one shown in the diagram? A. Cattle post. B. Village. C. Fields. D. City. The answer is B. Village. Reason being, villages often have nucleated patterns with houses grouped for social and security reasons. Use the world map below to answer questions 34 to 40. 34. Which line of latitude is marked X? A. Equator. B. Tropic of Cancer. C. Tropic of Capricorn. D. Greenwich Meridian. The answer is C. Tropic of Capricorn. Reason being, the line marked X is just below the equator at 23.5 degrees south, which is the Tropic of Capricorn. 35. What is the direction of South Korea from Argentina? A. Southeast. B. Southwest. C. Northeast. D. Northwest. The answer is C. Northeast. Reason being, from Argentina in briquettes in the southern hemisphere, South Korea lies to the northeast on the map. 36. What is the location of Africa using lines of latitudes and longitudes? A. 35 degrees south, 36 degrees north and 18 degrees west, 50 degrees east. B. 36 degrees south, 35 degrees north and 50 degrees west, 18 degrees east. C. 18 degrees west, 50 degrees east and 35 degrees south, 36 degrees north. D. 50 degrees west, 18 degrees east and 36 degrees south, 35 degrees north. The answer is C. 18 degrees west, 50 degrees east and 35 degrees south, 36 degrees north. Reason being, Africa stretches from about 35 degrees south to 36 degrees north in briquettes latitude, and 18 degrees west to 50 degrees east in briquettes longitude. 37. What would be the cheapest mode to transport heavy goods from Brazil to South Korea? A. Air. B. Rail. C. Road. D. Water. The answer is D. Water. Reason being, shipping goods by sea is the most economical method for heavy and bulky cargo over long distances. 38. Which two countries does Brazil export more goods to? A. South Korea and Argentina. B. USA and South Korea. C. Argentina and Canada. D. Canada and USA. The answer is D. Canada and USA. Reason being, the map shows thicker export arrows from Brazil to Canada and the USA, indicating over 15% exports. 39. Which ocean is marked Q? A. Atlantic. B. Pacific. C. Indian. D. Arctic. The answer is B. Pacific. Reason being, the ocean to the west of South America and east of Asia is the Pacific Ocean. 40. What is the straight line distance from Cape Palmas to Cape Town? A. 27 km. B. 270 km. C. 700,000 kilometers. D. 27 million kilometers. The answer is C. 700,000 kilometers. Reason being, based on the scale given on the map, the distance between Cape Palmas and Cape Town approximates 2,700 kilometers in briquettes expressed in meters is 2,700,000 kilometers on the map. 41. The colonization of the motherland of Botswana reduced the powers of the Dikgosi as they were made to A. Give up their right to allocate land. B. Try murder and rape cases only. C. Try cases involving Europeans. D. Collect but tax. The answer is A. Give up their right to allocate land. Reason being, colonization brought administrative changes, removing traditional powers like land allocation from Dikgosi. 42. How did the arrival of the European traders benefit Botswana? A. They became Christians. B. They acquired more land. C. They acquired guns for defense. D. They learned how to read and write. The answer is C. They acquired guns for defense. Reason being, Botswana traded cattle and ivory for firearms, which helped them defend their territories. 43. How did the British use the policy of divide and rule in Bechuanaland? A. They chose a president for Botswana. B. They created boundaries which favored some tribes. C. They recognized smaller tribes more than bigger tribes. D. They ignored the prominent chiefs like Khama, Batho and Tshisekedi. The answer is B. They created boundaries which favored some tribes. Reason being, the British divided tribes by creating artificial boundaries, weakening unity and control. 44. Which of the following is a modern form of cooperation? A. Insurance. B. Molitsa. C. Digafela. D. Burial society. The answer is A. Insurance. Reason being, insurance is a modern economic cooperation where people contribute to a fund for support in times of loss. Use the diagram of a weather instrument below to answer questions 45 and 46. 45. What is the name of the weather instrument? A. Thermometer. B. Anemometer. C. Hygrometer. B. Barometer. The answer is A. Thermometer. Reason being, the instrument shown measures temperature. 46. Which weather element is measured using the instrument? A. Humidity. B. Wind speed. C. Air pressure. D. Temperature. The answer is D. Temperature. Reason being, thermometers measure temperature. 47. Which of the following resources is plenty in the northwestern part of the motherland of Botswana? A. Sengaperil. B. Hoodia. C. Fane. D. Swi. The answer is C. Fane. Reason being, fane in briquettes edible caterpillars are abundant in northwestern Botswana. The table below shows rainfall and temperature of Tabora, Tanzania. Use it to answer questions 48 to 51. 48. What type of climate does Tabora have? A. Tundra. B. Equatorial. C. Mediterranean. D. Tropical savanna. The answer is D. Tropical savanna. Reason being, the temperature is warm year-round with a distinct dry season, typical of tropical savanna. 49. How do plants adapt to the Tabora environment? A. By growing shallow roots for easy absorption of surface water. B. By having broad leaves to help reduce transpiration. C. By growing tall, thus providing shade for the trunks. D. By having fleshy leaves for storing water. The answer is A. By growing shallow roots for easy absorption of surface water. Reason being, in tropical savannas with seasonal rain, shallow roots help plants quickly absorb water when it rains. 50. Which month has the highest temperature? A. February. B. March. C. November. D. December. The answer is C. November. Reason being, according to the temperature table, the highest recorded temperature, 25 degrees Celsius, appears in November and remains steady in December, but November is the first month to hit the peak. 51. Why would it be best for someone from a cold region to visit Tabora in June? A. It is hot and wet in June. B. It is cool and dry in June. C. It is the sixth month of the year. D. It is one of the summer months. The answer is B. It is cool and dry in June. Reason being, the table shows low rainfall, 0 mm, and moderate temperature, 21 degrees Celsius, in June, which is cool and dry compared to other months, making it more comfortable for someone used to cold weather. 52. Which document is used to identify Botswana internationally? A. Omang. B. Passport. C. Driver's license. D. Birth certificate. The answer is B. Passport. Reason being, a passport is the official international identification document used for travel and proving citizenship abroad, unlike Omang used locally. Study the information below and use it to answer questions 53 to 56. Elections were held in country X with a voting population of 50,000. The elections were won by XDC as shown from the results below. Party. Number of votes. XCP. 2035. XDP. 1010. XDC. 3500. XNF. 505. Damaged votes. 300. Total votes. 7,350. 53. Which electoral system is used in country X? A. Block vote. B. Alternative vote. C. First past the post. D. Proportional representation. The answer is C. First past the post. Reason being, in this system, the candidate or party with the most votes wins, regardless of whether they have more than 50%. XDC won with 3,500 votes, the most. 54. Which of the following countries uses the same electoral system as country X? A. The motherland of Angola. B. The motherland of Malawi. C. The motherland of Namibia. D. The motherland of South Africa. The answer is D. The motherland of South Africa. Reason being, South Africa uses a first-past-the-post system for local government elections, similar to country X. 55. What term is used to describe the low turn-up of people for voting? A. Apartheid. B. By-election. C. Voter apathy. D. Electoral system. The answer is C. Voter apathy. Reason being, voter apathy means people choose not to vote, even though they are eligible, often due to lack of interest or trust in the process. 56. What evidence shows that there was a low turn-up of people for voting? A. Out of 50,000 people only 7,350 people voted. B. The winning party was voted by 3,500 people. C. Each party had more than 500 votes. D. There were few damaged votes. The answer is A. Out of 50,000 people only 7,350 people voted. Reason being, only a small percentage of the voting population participated. This is direct proof of low voter turnout. Use the information below to answer questions 57 to 60. Bame grows maize and watermelons in her farm in Moto Lands. She sells part of the harvest to pay school fees for her children. 57. What form of farming is practiced by Bame? A. Mixed pastoral farming. B. Subsistence arable farming. C. Commercial arable farming. D. Subsistence pastoral farming. The answer is B. Subsistence arable farming. Reason being, Bame grows crops and uses part of it for family use, paying school fees, which is characteristic of subsistence arable farming. 58. In which economic sector is Barnes' activity? A. Trade. B. Tourism. C. Education. D. Agriculture. The answer is D. Agriculture. Reason being, farming growing crops like maize and watermelon falls under the agriculture sector of the economy. 59. How does the government of the motherland of Botswana help people like Bame? A. By transporting their yields. B. By providing them with seeds. C. By providing them with people to weed. D. By building stalls for them to sell their produce. The answer is B. By providing them with seed. Reason being, the government supports small-scale farmers by providing seeds and farming inputs to improve food security and income. 60. How does BAME's farming benefit the government of the motherland of Botswana? A. By reducing poverty. B. By reducing illiteracy. C. By reducing soil erosion. D. By bringing money to the government. The answer is A. By reducing poverty. Reason being, selling produce helps her earn income, which improves her household welfare and reduces poverty in the community.